All right, looks like the giant elevator has arrived. Sorry for the music. Hope it wasn't too bad. I felt like I was in a giant elevator. Hello, my name is Hans Reuter. I work for Microsoft IT. I run the internal SAP engineering team. So what that means is, and a lot of people don't know that, Microsoft, all the internal business processes from pay stubs to logistics to finances, everything runs on SAP. Everybody knows what SAP is? For those people who don't know what SAP is, you're probably in the wrong session. SAP is like Quicken on steroids. And the millennials will now ask, what the hell is Quicken? I really can't help you with that. So I promise there's not going to be too much Japanese in this presentation, but if you know a little bit about SAP, it's going to be very helpful. I've been with Microsoft for 22 years, all in IT. I'm one of those SAP lifers. And if you're looking for me, you can find me online and you can send me emails really easily, hans.reuter@microsoft.com, super easy. I'll be happy to answer questions afterwards too if we run out of time, or outside, really. I'm an SAP guy. So I work in IT, so I'm not going to give you a big sales pitch. I'll tell you the good stuff and the bad stuff, mostly good stuff actually, so that's good. But yeah, I'm happy to help in any way I can. As far as the agenda goes, I'll give you a brief intro about SAP and Microsoft, the relationship, what kind of SAP products we have at Microsoft. SAP makes tons of different things, and we almost use all of them, but it's definitely, like I said earlier, it's definitely a huge installation at Microsoft. We're in the top, I'd say top 1 or 2% in the world as far as SAP size and the complexity. Then I'll talk a little bit about what we did, the reasons why we went to Azure, how we did it, some of the timelines, kind of some of the strategies with the sizing, the actual migration, lots of good lessons learned. And then now that we're on Azure and we've been there since February, how are we evolving it? What are some of the additional things that we've been doing since the migration? How can we take advantage of some of the features that Azure is offering? And of course, now the next big journey for us is HANA. I know for some people, HANA is a 4-letter word, but HANA is the next big thing for SAP. And it took a while to get traction, but what we're seeing so far actually looks very promising. So I'll talk about that, our plans. We have 2 HANA systems currently up and running. I'll talk a little bit about the timelines. And then last but not least, very quick overview of some of the additional help that you can get. There's some blogs, there's some white papers, and I'll be available for Q&A afterwards. So please wait with questions until the end, and then I'll be happy to answer them. So SAP at Microsoft. What most people don't know is every single user at SAP, every single employee at SAP, at Microsoft uses SAP. It's well hidden. So, we basically have about 115,000 internal SAP users. Every time somebody looks at their online pay stub or does an expense report or, books some travel or, whatever typical self-service or other business functions or manager self-service is there, they're using SAP. That wasn't always the case. SAP and Microsoft have a long history together. It basically started in 1993, and fresh out of high school, Bill Gates here. Actually, I don't think fresh out of high school, but it looks like it. And then Hasso Plattner on the right in the upper left corner. This was 1993. They just signed the first agreement, and it's kind of been going since. Obviously, the last big event was at ASAC Sapphire. And then earlier, and by the way, I see people taking pictures. These slides are not just going to be online, they're already online. I know, Ignite sessions always, this is a little sketchy, but they're already online, you can already download them. So the last big announcement was in 2017, and then earlier this year, I thought it was also a really good presentation live at ASAC Sapphire. So SAP and Microsoft, we have a long history of working together, and really, it's kind of in multiple roles. Of course, there is the go-to-market role, right? We're jointly releasing products, we're jointly supporting products. I think that's super important. But as an IT guy, I'm really more interested in the technology partner things we're doing together with Azure, things where we have development teams in Waldorf and SAP has development teams up in Redmond. And then also as a customer. Like I said earlier, we're running on SAP. SAP really is the software that runs Microsoft. So my job is, as an engineering manager for SAP, my job is to run SAP. We're in full DevOps mode, so we also support the stuff that we build. But then also do this as a guinea pig on the internal Microsoft software, like Azure, like new versions of Windows or new versions of SQL. So it kind of keeps my life very interesting. And we're just a regular SAP customer. When we have problems with SAP, we have to go to OSS, their SAP's online support service, just like everybody else. We don't get any preferential treatment. Yes, we do have a very good relationship with the Azure group at Microsoft, so that's definitely a plus. Super, super tight relationship. Our head SAP basis architect is married to the Azure SAP development manager, so that's a great, tight relationship. Not everybody has that. But yeah, it's definitely a customer of SAP. That's kind of the main role. And we're supporting about $1.5 to $2 trillion business a year. So think about the zeros. $1.5 to $2 trillion a year go through our SAP system. That's a lot of zeros. Why? Because all the financial processes, treasury, in-house currency trading, and all of that's all going through SAP. So to show you what we have at Microsoft from SAP product point of view, of course, most people are familiar with the big standard, the traditional classic SAP product, ERP or ECC, the enterprise core component as it's called now. For those people that do speak Japanese, those are all the module names, right? Finance, controlling, everything, and in HR and supply chain. And then there's all these other SAP products. And one of the things that you also see in the upper right, those green boxes, we're also a heavy user of SAP SaaS services or SaaS products. IBP, Ariba, where we're co-developing with SAP, SuccessFactors, which is also now running on Azure. And then, of course, the latest is Concur, which is basically expense reporting and travel management. So we're a heavy, heavy SAP shop. Like I said, top 1% to 2% in the world from a complexity, from a size. And so if you look at this system, if you look at these applications and services, they're all fairly large systems. I'll give you an example for our ERP system, which is really the largest and the oldest. It's about 22, 23 years old. It's about a 55 terabyte database, so pretty good size. Heavily compressed on SQL down to about 17 terabytes. To give you an idea, about 300 million transaction steps a month. Sometimes it's more. Obviously, Thanksgiving is coming up. That's going to be heavy for us. Other times it's less, like January is typically kind of a quiet month. But it's a big system. It's all on Azure. And I think what's kind of amazing is we're typically looking at about 4 to 5 nines of availability. This is raw platform availability on Azure. If you compare that to the typical standard IT availability numbers where people talk about 99.5 or 99.9, that's really good. And this is all commodity public Azure. We don't get any special treatment. As a matter of fact, I have to pay for Azure internally. I don't get a special free or heavily discounted version. Standard Azure public offerings, same SKUs like everybody else, including all the way up to the M series. So this is standard product offerings that all other customers can get as well. So with that, what were the reasons for our journey to Azure? Of course, there's the showcase aspect, right? Like the dog fooding or the eating your own dog food, the guinea pig, whatever you want to call it. One of our goals in Microsoft IT is we play with the early stuff. We're getting the bloody noses so that you, the partners and customers, don't have to deal with any kind of issues that are avoidable, and the product gets better. And so we're, on the one hand, we're running this multi-billion, trillion-dollar company on SAP. On the other hand, we're doing dog fooding. So that's kind of interesting, right? You run your core mission critical things on beta software. But the goal is, of course, to take the lessons and feed it back into the product group. And really the main reason for Azure, for us at least, was cost and agility. Now, when it comes to cost, I think traditionally, and as an IT guy, I can definitely say that bigger is better. Nobody ever got punished for the system running too fast, or us not just meeting, but even coming in better than the agreed upon SLAs. If you have an SLA that says this batch job will finish within 2 hours, if it finishes within half an hour, nobody will complain. Now, in the reality is you're spending more money than you should, but the business will be super happy. So with Azure, I think there were two main things. When you buy new assets for your on-premise data center, you typically size these assets for the lifespan of the asset. So let's take a database server. And your average lifespan for a database server, let's say it's 3 years. You're going to size that database server to be able to take that 3-year load, right? And if you continuously grow, for the first 2.5 years, that database server is going to be oversized. Again, nobody's going to complain because things are running faster than they should. Awesome, well done, great review at the end of the year. But the reality is you overspent money. The other thing is, when you look at your performance requirements or performance demands on an ERP system like SAP, it's not flat. It's wavy. It's spiky. Thanksgiving is coming up. For us, that's going to be a huge spike, right? Month end, quarter end, year end. September 15th at Microsoft is a popular one. That's when people see any kind of pay raises for the first time in their pay stub. They don't just go to the website once. They go there on average 3 to 4 times. Not that it's changing, but hopefully it was so good they're going to go back and check it again. So that's a huge day for us. So the good thing is a lot of these things are known in advance. When Thanksgiving happens, when month end, the new pay stubs, quarter end, year end, when all this happens. So with Azure, you can proactively size up and then afterwards size back down. So by kind of stepping up your system performance and stepping it back down as needed, we call that the tight sizing, you save money as well, instead of having servers sitting there that are just unused. And then, of course, the ability to turn things off when you don't need them. And when I mean turn off, you basically put them to sleep, right? For the Azure experts under you, that's not a new thing, but like your laptop, you snooze it. Agility, it's another big argument why we went to Azure. On-prem, it was always very hard to get new systems, new hardware, servers, storage. On Azure, we're basically assuming infrastructure on demand. I need it, I get it. And when I mean I get it, I literally mean I get it within a minute or two. I need a new server, just go to the console and get it. Storage, just take it. I mean, obviously you have to pay for it, but it's quick, it's on demand. I'll give you an example. A few years ago, we made this great deal with buying a Finnish phone company, and then, it was such a great deal, we sold it quickly afterwards. And we were in a meeting with the legal folks, and we were archiving, part of this great deal was we get stuck with all the old archive data. So we were talking with the legal folks about archiving this data, and originally we had kind of said, it'll take a certain amount of time before this is done. And then in the meeting, the legal folks told us, oh, by the way, we're going to finish this a few months early. So the standard IT answer would have been, oh crap, there's no way we can do this. Or, let me see if I can get some servers and borrow them. And so this basis architect, one that's married to the product group, while we're in the meeting, she logs on, she doubles the app servers and gets a bigger database server. And about 60, 90 seconds later, she says, okay, no problem. And those lawyers looked very surprised. I guess that's a nice way of putting it. They weren't used to this kind of answer from IT. So we literally doubled system size within 60 or 90 seconds. And everything finished on time. The deadline that they moved up by, I think it was 2 months, we're like, okay, fine, no problem. So this agility to quickly size up, size down, you only get that in the cloud. You don't get that on-prem. You certainly don't get it on-prem with physical hardware, but not with virtual hardware as well. Reliability, the old on-prem SLA for Microsoft IT was typically 99.5 raw, which sounds, okay. It's not. It means multiple days of potential downtime. For big multinational around-the-clock company like us, not a good thing. So Azure with certain availability sets, I mean, you can get easily, and I really mean this easily, to 99.99. And actually what we've seen, like I showed you earlier, is more in the 99.998. So, 4.5 to 5 nines is typically our experience. That's awesome. You're talking minutes of downtime per year. I mean, it's great availability. And then last but not least, security. Azure gives you a ton of tools. Nothing is more secure than a commercial public cloud offering. I don't need to tell you what a reputation impact that would be if, Azure gets hacked. So, the security that we've seen there and the tools that allow us to do the right scanning and the right validation, it's awesome. It's much, much better than what we had on premise. So, the reasons, and then, like I said, showcase for us was another big reason. The reasons were compelling. The strategy, there was definitely some initial thoughts on how do we size this right. You don't just want to do a lift and shift. Lift and shift means if you're oversized on premise today, you're going to be oversized in the cloud tomorrow. You're going to spend more money than you need to. You definitely want to evaluate based on CPU, memory, and definitely IOPS. So, if you look at your current SAP systems, there's basically two strategies. There is you use SAP's Quick Sizer tool. For those people who are not familiar with this, it's basically a tool you put in some kind of data on how many transactions, what kind of data, how many data sets you're looking at, and then it comes out with a number of SAPs. SAPs is SAP's measurement of processing power. And then you look at the Azure SKUs and you figure out, oh, this Azure SKU has 20,000 SAPs and this database server has 40,000 SAPs, and I need to be able to hit like 60,000 SAPs. Okay, I'll take one of these and one of these, and so that's basically how that works. SAPs tends to be a bit conservative or maybe a bit on the generous side. So, I would say do run an SAP Quick Sizer exercise and find out that number, but don't be surprised if it comes in a little heavy. Most likely, you will be okay with slightly less. And the reason why I'm telling you this is obviously, as a Microsoft guy, the more Azure you buy, the better for us. But no, I really want you to be able to, achieve optimum cost savings, because that's how we're going to keep you with Azure. If you pay more than you want it, then that's obviously not good for us. The other option for sizing is use reference sizing. Once you've established with a sandbox or a dev or test system, you did some performance testing, stress testing, and you're confident that that is a good system size for what you need in the cloud, use it as a reference and extrapolate. And that's what we did. We basically moved the first wave of systems and said, hey, this actually fits really good. We have another system on-premise that has about twice the volume. We should be able to do, twice as many servers in Azure, and it should be more or less good. And obviously, please, validate things with a stress test and a performance test. More than anything else, this is a culture shift. For us, and I'm an IT guy, so it's okay to say this, IT, you're always used to this bigger is better, and it might be tough to get an extra server, so let's keep one around, and let's not retire this one. Let's pretend it's still working, and we still need it, so if I need it, then I can just pull it out of my sleeve, Kind of like Scotty in the Enterprise. I'm dating myself here, but, oh, it can't be done. It needs weeks. It's done in 5 hours, right? So I think that's what he did. He was an IT guy, really. And so, resist that temptation of doing the bigger is better. I would say, if anything, come in lean, and then you can always go bigger, right? Azure gets you this infrastructure on demand. Oh, we came in a little lean. We need maybe another app server or two. Fine. Takes you 90 seconds to do it. Get the boxes, install the SAP image. Literally within like an hour or two, you'll be up and running with the new system. So really, come in lean and then size up as needed. And then for the actual migration, so you've sized your systems, you're ready to go, you have your on-prem stuff, and now you're like ready to go to the cloud. There's two basic strategies. Let me show you this other slide first. So this is our Microsoft landscape. The columns are the different SAP products. So you see ERP or ECC in the left, global trade, BI, and so on. This is a little bit of Japanese here, but these are all the products. And then the horizontal rows are the systems. Sandboxes at the bottom, development systems, QA systems. The second from the top is DR, and then the top line is production. So when I talk about horizontal and vertical strategy, the obvious thing would be to do a horizontal strategy first, right? Start with all the sandboxes. Nobody cares if something goes wrong. Hey, it's just a sandbox. It's okay if it's down, So just start moving all of those and then move on to dev systems and so on. I think that works well. It drives, fast growth in numbers. You want to show something to your management like, hey, we're making good progress. Move all the sandboxes. Hey, 10 systems are moved. They're not that important, but at least you got to start. I think it's also good to kind of show some experience, gain some experience, and show some progress, and then also develop some automation scripts. But I think you also want to do a vertical strategy. Take some not so risky systems. In this case, for example, we took Duet. Anybody remember Duet from a few years ago? Anyway, oh, there's one person. Wow. It's a low criticality system, and we said, let's move the whole thing. Production all the way down to dev. Let's move the whole stack. And this was really to drive learnings, to drive how do you do things in production when it matters. And yes, if something went sideways, it wasn't such a critical system, so it was acceptable. So, horizontal, to kind of summarize, horizontal, helps you establish your processes, and obviously it drives kind of the large number thing fairly quickly. But then the vertical systems, it drives the learnings of how to really do things in production. How do I patch in production? How do I do this with minimum downtime? How do I do DR in production? How do I do an actual administration of a live production system, SAP system in Azure? And so I think doing a mix, kind of where you do the rows and the columns in a mixed mode, I think that's the most valuable strategy. And a lot of customers we talked to, that's basically what they did. They picked some kind of low-value verticals and said, fine, it's a little risky, but let's just do it because it's not that critical. The little Z's, I'll get back to that in a moment. The other thing I think that's interesting is, and this would be, I think, good advice, good lesson learned, don't do this migration like we did. We did this as an unfunded weekend project, people working at night, kind of typical Microsoft IT thing. Hey, we want to come in on Saturday, migrate some things, and write some PowerShell scripts for automation. That's what we did. And so, the early phase for us, really, this is hardcore dog fooding, like serious hardcore dog fooding. Never do this if you can avoid it. We did some early hardcore dog fooding all the way until kind of the end of 2015, early 2016. That was freaking brutal, not to use another word. And we got a lot of learnings, and we helped improve the Azure product. But then really, I think kind of January, February 2016, so about 2.5 years ago, it felt solid. And that's when we started actually migrating things. And so green, the solid green line is the actual Azure percentage of our overall system landscape. Red is on-premise physical, and blue is on-premise virtual. What people call private cloud. That's a nice way of saying on-premise virtual. The shaded lines are the original plan, and then the solid lines is what actually happened. And you see, actually looks pretty decent. The only thing that kind of, set us off a bit was when we started migrating actual numbers, serious numbers with Azure, we noticed we need to automate this. I mean, we're talking 650 servers or so. Don't do this manually. First of all, your basis people, your SAP basis people will get really, really pissy because it's absolutely, backbreaking work. And also, it's humans. They will make mistakes. Create some PowerShell scripts. Very simple, back up, restore into the cloud, do kind of a system size, allocate the resources in Azure. It's really not that hard. If you go out to GitHub, there are some basic Azure scripts already that the Azure group published. I think, I think it would serve you really well to write some automation scripts. And that's what we did basically between February of 2016 to February 2017. And you see our Azure percentage at that point is about 24, 25%, mostly sandboxes and dev systems, and we had the first few verticals. And at that point, we were confident, hey, all the automation and migration scripts work well. It's tested, it's proven. Let's just go. Let's just flat out go. And so we said, okay, the rest we're just going to do. Our original timeline was August of 2018. It worked so well that we actually finished early. We said, let's do February 2018. So we went live 100% in Azure 2018. There's this little bump here, kind of right there. We have a fiscal year-end close in June and then reporting to Wall Street in July. So there's kind of a data center freeze. That's why you see this temporary slowdown. Otherwise, we would have done even earlier. But we basically said, hey, let's revise the timeline and aim for February. And it worked great. So why February? Well, there's the big migration. And February means, if we did this in the middle of February, February means we have February month end, which is a non-Wall Street reporting fiscal close. So in case something goes sideways, low risk. And then we have March quarter end, which is for us quarter 3. Yes, that we have to report to Wall Street, but quarter 3 is not the biggest quarter. The big quarters for Microsoft are Q2 and Q4. So again, medium risk, but not super critical. And then we have 2 more month ends, right? We have April and May before the big one, June. June is the year-end processing, year-end reporting. That's the hypercritical one. So by landing in February, we had 5 more critical events where we could really flush out sizing and, did we do the right thing? Is it scaling right? And all of that. And actually turned out we were slightly over-provisioned. On average, we saw about 5 to 7% faster performance that we had originally planned. Why? Well, because the SKUs that we used, mostly M-series for the database and then others for the app servers, they're running on the latest processor generations. And those run a little faster than what we thought when we compared it to on-prem, which is a good surprise, not a bad surprise. But we ended up oversizing a little. But that was the timeline. So basically, since February, we've been live, and I can tell you it's been super, super solid. I mean, we haven't had any big outages or glitches or performance issues. If anything, we saw that we came in slightly ahead of our performance target. Nobody's complaining about that, of course. So lessons learned, I think there's a couple things that are really, really good advice. If you're planning on an SAP migration, the very, very first thing to think about is if you're, for the non-SAP, for the non-Japanese people here, an SAP system typically consists of 3 components: your database server, your group, multiples, or maybe just a single application server, and your central server or central services instance, or CI. Those 3 components have to move together. You cannot separate them. The latency will kill you. Things will just die. So, an SAP system with those 3 components, NetWeaver or HANA Stack, doesn't matter. Your database, your app servers, your CI has to move together. The other thing is multiple SAP systems talk to each other. I'll give you an example. So we have an ECC system, our enterprise ERP system. When we process a sales order, it does a real-time call to our global trade system and checks whether the person that we're trying to sell this product to is on a government blacklist so that we don't sell Xboxes to terrorists. That call comes back into ERP. Then there's another call going out to our supply chain system to check whether there's enough stock to promise, availability to promise check, comes back to ERP, and then the sales order gets processed. Those 3 systems, ERP, global trade, supply chain, they have to move together. they're super latency latencycycy critical. And so the way you can figure this out is you can either look at network traffic analysis and figure which systems are chatting with each other, where is there a lot of traffic and latency critical traffic. But I think a better way is to go and do a business process analysis and figure out, hey, out of my 50 critical business processes, processing payroll, processing sales orders, doing invoicing, deliveries or whatever they are for you, run through them with your business experts, your SAP experts, and figure out which systems are involved. And by the way, and this is bullet number 3, it's not just SAP. Most likely, you're like us, where you have some upstream and downstream systems around SAP. Maybe you even have some of these legacy systems, like we have plenty. You're so much better than us, you probably have none. But if you do, figure out which ones have to move together with SAP. So I'll give you an example. We had a legacy data mart that receives a lot of data from SAP downstream to further distribute it to other systems. They had to move together with us. Otherwise, they would have seen a big latency impact. So first 3 steps are really all about dependency within SAP, with other SAP systems, or with upstream and downstream. That also means you have to figure out your Azure region strategy. All your production systems that are talking to each other in fairly high volumes of traffic or latency critical traffic should sit in the same region. Don't put one of them on the West Coast and the other one on the East Coast. Speed of light only goes so far, right? So make sure they're in the same Azure region. Make sure the same is true for your DR systems. We did a DR exercise. We do this multiple times a year. Suddenly, we saw some business processes running way longer. What happened? A group that we had actually agreed on, they need to move to the same region as us. They didn't for the DR system, and so big surprise, we moved to US East for our DR, and they were, I think, in Central, and so they were impacted. How do you get everybody to follow or everybody to go into the same region? Well, we tried for about 6 months to do a lot of collaborative meetings and building consensus within Microsoft IT, and that didn't work at all. So at some point we said, hey, we're the big dog, we're going here. If you know what's good for you, you're going to end up in the same region, and guess what? That worked great. So I think, try the collaborative approach, and if that doesn't work, then, hey, we're first, we're the biggest. We're going ahead, and you guys better follow, or otherwise you're in trouble. And then the other thing is, SAP has this whole ecosystem of surround applications. Think about external batch job schedulers, tax processors, sales tax or payroll tax, or for those who still send faxes, fax software that is attached to SAP. Think about all these things, all these ticks that are sitting on the SAP dog. They should all move to Azure as well. And so guess what? Your SOX people will ask, well, are these things all cloud certified? And a lot of these little things are mom and pop shops or smaller companies. They don't certify things for the cloud. If it runs on a server on premise, physical or virtual, it'll run on an IaaS server in the cloud, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Well, SOX people do not think that way. SOX people want to see, is it mitigated through lots of testing, or is there an official certification? So one of the lessons I think that we learned is it's never too early to involve your compliance people. Make sure they're 100% okay with what you're doing, new SOX controls. So I think we were very good on, getting them involved on the SAP systems as such. And obviously, SAP Corp has all of this stuff certified, all the Azure SKUs that we use, that's a given. But then also involve them for the SAP bolt-ons. And then last but not least, Azure is different. Azure is a pay-per-use model, basically. On-prem, like if, in the past, if you bought a new storage array on-premise, you know what happens. Hey, it's there, let's fill it up. We bought it, we paid for it, it's free now, right? Let's just put the data on there. People don't need to archive. The business style, they don't. The last thing they want to do is ever delete any kind of data, right? We may need it in 20 years. Well, as you know, legal retention period for most data is about 10 to 12 years. Why would you keep it around? I know people say we can derive lots of intelligence out of this. Really, 12 years ago? What was that? Windows Vista or something? Really? No, we don't need that anymore. I mean, seriously, that sales data is a little outdated. So take advantage. of moving to the cloud. Give your business the Cadillac option. Hey, we're going to keep all the data. You're going to pay for everything. It's going to be this expensive. Or give them the, the Chevrolet or Ford, option. Well, if you delete the data, if you delete stuff that's older than 10 years, and if you delete, some other things and maybe archive, it's going to cost you half. What do you want? And more than likely, your business is willing to delete some things, archive some things. Archiving just means you move it from expensive, high-performance storage to cheap, low-performance storage. And yes, our business was like, hey, we need to look at this stuff on a regular basis. Well, we put a little hook in it to check how often people look at data. Current fiscal year, yes. Prior fiscal year, a little bit. Beyond that, never. Really, freaking never. Nobody ever looks at the old data. I mean, very, very rarely do they really need to access. So cheap performance, cheap and low performance storage for that archive data is totally fine. So really, try to do that. And at the very minimum, if you can't do archiving and deletion, which, it's sometimes tough to get that going with the business, try to convince them to compress. Like if you're running on SQL or Oracle, same thing, but SQL is better. You can, hey, I'm biased, sorry. Actually, seriously, for compression, SQL with Unicode compression does better than Oracle by about 10–15%. Anyway, do compression. It's cheap. I mean, you do it one time. Actually, if you set up new SAP systems by default, they're compressed now in SQL, right? It's default turned on. But if you have NetWeaver stack on SQL or on Oracle, compress it. Yes, you might see a little bit of an additional CPU demand, but the storage savings are phenomenal. I mean, I showed you earlier this ERP system of 55-ish terabytes. It's compressed down to 17 terabytes. That's like a 3-to-1 ratio. And keep in mind, you have your production system. In our case, we have DR, so I have local high availability, 2 copies. I have DR, I have another 2 copies. I have 3 test system, that's 7 copies. I have multiple dev and sandboxes. It turns out I have 11 copies of my production database. I save 2/3 of that. Roughly, we're saving about 250 terabytes. We're talking millions of dollars saved in storage cost. That little bit of CPU cost, that's a no-brainer to do that. So archive and compress. So as far as lessons learned, I think that's a good summary. And then please, if you have specific problems, like I said, ping me on email. The other thing that I want to tell you about is, since we've been on Azure since February, what else have we done? Obviously, we talked about the right sizing before, but the big thing is we used to size our systems out about, from 1 to 3 years. We don't do that anymore. We're sizing 6 months in advance, and some systems even less, 3 months in advance. Because it's now infrastructure on demand. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to do next year. I am just assuming the database servers, the app servers, whatever I need is going to be there. And that's true. Now, you need to decide whether you want to do, Azure that's either pre-allocated or on demand. There's different cost models, for systems that you rarely use. Obviously, you want to do this on demand. And that's where you can do some really good snoozing. Snoozing, for, like I said earlier, it's kind of like putting your laptop to sleep. Snoozing means you turn it off when you don't need it. And I got to be careful now since this is a real live production system here. So what we did for our internal team, we basically built a little Power app. And this is real. These are not just PowerPoint screenshots. This is real. I'm running the basis team among other teams, so that's why I have this access. So basically, these are little PowerShell scripts behind this, and these buttons here, and I hope you guys can see it. It's still loading. Crappy Wi-Fi. These green means it's up and running. Black means it's currently not. And so I can start and stop systems here. I've got to be careful not to hit anything. So I basically can go in here and say, hey, I'm snoozing this. So on the weekends, we turn these systems off. During weeknights when nobody's there between, Christmas and New Year's Eve or on Thanksgiving, I can basically turn things off or put them to snooze, and then if a developer wants to come in on the weekend and work on a Saturday, well, they have this app on their phone. Start, I go grab a coffee, takes a few minutes to power it up, and then I can run, and then I can develop, and then when I go home, I can turn it off again. Actually, what we're doing now is every 2 hours, you get a little requester popping up in your SAP GUI. Gotta get out of here before I hit anything. And it says, are you still using this box? If not, then we're going to shut down here in the next half hour. If you want to keep using it, hit the OK button. And so I'll go back a few slides, to that landscape slide. You remember seeing this? That's what all these Z's are. All these little snoozing Z's, those are all the systems that are being snoozed, mostly on weekends, but some of them are also on the weekdays. And some of these sandboxes down here are now turned off by default permanently, and you have to wake them up if you want to do anything with them. So system-wise, 2/3, 3/4 are snoozed. We're saving hundreds of thousands of dollars every year by snoozing them. Now, obviously, your big production systems, you don't want to snooze them, not if you're a big global company like us. But, some of those DR systems, like Duet, for us, really not mission critical anymore. DR is getting turned off over the weekend. So what? No harm done if it goes sideways. So snoozing is another option to save money. So right sizing saves money. Tight sizing, they're following closely to your performance demand, and snoozing. And it's easy, really. PowerShell scripts, if you go out to GitHub, there's a couple of PowerShell scripts already, how to start and stop an Azure instance, an SAP instance on Azure. So, and our internal team, the little Power app that you just saw, we're working on getting that onto GitHub as well. We have to review it with legal and all that, But the other thing that we're doing with Azure is we're doing a lot of telemetry now. We're basically dumping all of this, incoming data, outcoming data, anything that interacts with our SAP black box. We're dumping that into a big application insight data lake. So if there's any kind of network glitches around the world, or if we see unusual load patterns or things, we see that right away. We have alerting on it. If any kind of post-mortem incident review, this is also super valuable data. And then the other thing that we're now doing is with Solution Manager, for those Japanese people, right? Solution Manager is SAP's monitoring product. We're now taking things out of SAP, and we can do it at the basis layer, at the SAP layer with business functionality, and of course HANA also has a lot of event logs that you can pilfer for data and combine that with application insight. And then what's great is to run some AI over it and look for patterns. I'll give you another example, what we did for, and then of course you create some reports. I'll give you another example. So all the web services that we have, I know that's kind of an eye chart, we basically look at the quality of service for all these connecting web services into SAP. All that data gets dumped into an Azure Data Lake, and again, we're looking at correlations, so we're looking at, hey, this one web service here had a glitch or temporarily a higher response time than usual. Does this correlate with anything else? If so, it's most likely an infrastructure network kind of issue. If not, then it's a business process issue. And depending on what other things show up, it might be a business process issue with finance or with supply chain or in a specific SAP application or on a specific SAP application server. Gives you great insight, and it also gives you great data to have good discussions with your business. Instead of the usual, hey, it was slow, you now have data to really show what's going on. Last but not least, the next big step for us is HANA. We currently have 2 HANA systems up and running, one S4 central finance system, which is going to go live sometime next year, where we're completely redoing our finance configuration. If you think about Microsoft 20 years ago, we sold box products. Today, Microsoft's a very different company, so we have to redo our finance corporate hierarchy and the way we allocate costs and profits. So this is a great way for us to re-engineer that process. And then the other system that we currently have up and running, which is going to go live in February, is a BPC, SAP's planning product. So we're going to do the financial forecasting for the next fiscal year on that. That's going live in February. And what we've done with HANA was really interesting. We basically did this throwaway approach where we built what we call labs, or basically it's kind of a trial and error configuration where we created a demo box, we play with it. If needed, we can refresh it. You do some destructive testing, it's easy to refresh it. And then if you're done, you can either take a snapshot and bring it forward, or if you figured out, this specific configuration does not give us what we want, then just throw it away and redo it. And so we're going to basically do multiple iterations through this. And I think it's going to be a great way to do, a rapid prototyping approach. Again, leveraging Azure. Last but not least, here are some resources. Links, like I said, that presentation is online. I also encourage you to look at Fast Track for Azure. That's a program that might help you, especially for kind of the mid-sized customers, might help you. The big one here is running SAP apps on the Microsoft platform. It's a blog that has super detailed information on how to do things with SAP, with HANA, on Azure. These are live production systems that we're talking about. That Azure guy that's married to my basis architect, he runs that blog. So trust me, he's very close to what we're doing. So thanks. I'll be around for question, and thanks for attending.